Hey guys, this is Ed with CMC Reptiles. I wanted to do a video to answer a few questions. With all these parties I do and educational programs I do over the years, one of the main questions is how do I keep these animals? How do I house them? I think most of the people that aren't into reptiles think you have like 30, 40 cages in the house spread everywhere, snakes hanging from the chandelier, whatever, but this will give people an idea because, of course, everybody that's in the industry knows how to keep them, but when you're doing a lot of these programs, one of the main questions is, how do you keep all these snakes? So I have one room dedicated especially for the ball pythons and the boas. I have reptile enclosures throughout the house, but this is the main room where I keep, most of my snakes, pretty much all my snakes. And then I have bearded dragons. I have animals outdoors everywhere. I also keep my frogs in here. All the big boas there. And of course the ball pythons. I even have a couple of clubrid stuff. I have Kenyan sand boas. I actually even keep my Kenyans in my own bedding. And they do really well in this stuff. It's really light and airy, very absorbent. And then I keep the ball pythons on paper. This is my own cut to fit liner that I use. I like this. It's easy, it's clean. So when these animals do make a mess, all I do is pull the paper out, wipe the tub down, put a new liner in. It's ready to go. Water cup, deli cup here with a PVC cap to hold it. And 4 ball pythons, guys. I know a lot of people think, oh, these are in drawers. It's, not a good way to keep these animals. But the ball pythons, like right here, you're looking at a male that's just about 2 years old. So pretty much adult size. He's not going to get much bigger. But ball pythons are just much happier in these small, dark places. These tubs kind of mimic a hole they would live in the wild, like abandoned termite mounds and any kind of abandoned gopher hole or some kind of rodent hole that's abandoned. These guys live in and live most of their life in. They're opportunist hunters. They pretty much let prey come to them. They're not out in the wild swinging from trees and, swimming down the river. They feel safest in these nice, small enclosure tubs. It holds their humidity well. It holds their heat well. Easy to clean. They're dark. They feel nice and secure. And these animals are so docile. They're just the best pets ever. As you can see just from this guy, this is a hatchling I produced just about 2 years ago, along with 14 other brothers and sisters that this guy has. And they're all in these tubs. This is a VE10823 Reptile Basic tub, and this is great for adult male ball pythons. The old style Reptile Basic tubs right here, these are the 33 quarts. So again, I just keep them on liners. These are the larger PVC cups to hold the bigger deli cups for the bigger snakes. This is an adult male I produced back in 2018. Just to give you an idea on how all these guys are kept. And that's pretty much how I keep all these animals. Makes it easy for me. Easy to clean. This is actually our very first ball python. This guy's probably about 15 years old. The spider ball, our very first one, we still have it. Cresty and a lot of the other animals, of course, can't go on liners. All the big boas are on liners, as you can see right there. Again, for me, it's the easiest, cleanest, best way to keep these animals. I keep all my big females in the CB70s. Again, with the cup, PVC cup. This is one of my females right here. Killer bee, but it works out great for what I have. Like I said, dust free. This room is completely dust free without using any kind of the substrate, cypress mulch, or any kind of cocoa fibers. Keep my humidity in the room right here at 55%. And again, I have thermostats for every single rack. As you can see, every single rack has its own thermostat. And I use the VE300 Vivarium Electronics, even that one. Each one of these boas have a heating element. I have a programmable heater here that keeps the ambient temperature in the room right at 82 degrees. So that works out very well for me too. All my toads are also in here. You can see these guys. These are my African greens. My big giant cane down there. Pac-Man. Pixie over here. And again, the Savannah right there. She's still just a baby. So that one's doing really well in that smaller enclosure. Crested gecko. Again, I keep my Kenyans in here, and I guarantee you won't even see this guy. Usually just the head's exposed somewhere, and he blends in so well with this paper, but it works really, really well. I keep it pretty deep. I also have a large female in here. Oh, there he is right there. He's in shed too, see? So basically, you find where he's at and just put the mouse right over his head. I got some videos on TikTok showing this guy eating, but you can see this guy's in shed right now too. It's hard to see with the focus, but this is a big female Kenyan. She's way in the back there. This is a big female, same thing on the liner. Leopard geckos also. Been keeping them on these liners for at least 5-6 years. And again, clean. The great thing about leopard geckos, it seems like they always poop in one corner. So they're easy to clean. Just a little water bowl, something to hide and climb on. And it just works out really, really well for me. Boas are a different story. They are semi-arboreal. They need bigger enclosures. So these guys are in the bigger enclosures. But pretty simple. I used to have so many more animals, at least so many more snakes. I do have outdoor enclosures with my tegus outside, my sulcatas, my redfoots, Greek tortoises, my Central American wood turtles, red-eared sliders, and then I have bearded dragons. I got my uromastyx out there, my legless lizards out there. So I have these animals throughout the house, but this is the main room. Like I said, humidity, keep it right about 54-55%, ambient temperature at 82. This is how these animals have been, you know, for the past 7-8 years, and it works out great for me. I breed really selectively now. Back in the day, I probably had about 35 breeding females, over 200 ball pythons. I downsized severely, and now I'm only breeding maybe 6 or 7 females, and I'm down to probably 50-60 ball pythons with a bunch of other stuff in the mix, and I have a few more animals coming in. But I just wanted to give you guys a look-see at what the room looks like, and it's pretty simple. Actually, I forgot, Blue Tongue is in here. This guy has a pretty big enclosure out in the garage I need to set up. So right now I have them in this nice big tub, but the Blue Tongue stays in there. And again, the big tegus outside, which you've seen videos on that. And the uromastyx are also in another part of the room because the humidity is a little bit too much for them in this room, so they can't come in here. I will do another video actually showing the rest of the animals around the house. Like I said, I have big enclosures scattered throughout the house. I'll do an update video on those, how I keep my beardies and everything else. And I'll talk to you guys later.